Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over my personal experience with working in the Domino's pizza company. So let's just hop right into it. I personally only worked at one location here in Colorado Springs, and I liked it. I liked a majority of the people that I worked with. There were definitely some other people that I didn't enjoy working with as much as others, and that includes, in-shop people, drivers, managers, corporate, the whole 9 yards. So first, of course, you fill out an application and you get a job interview. I personally applied to be a delivery driver because I wanted quick cash. Like, I wanted to go home with money at the end of the day, right then and there. So I became a driver. The money is, some days it's great, some days it's not. If you ever had a serving job, like a waiter or a waitress, you will definitely know the fluctuation of income that I'm talking about, because a majority of you live off of your tips. So you do get all of your tips at the end of the night, though. I will get into that more a little bit later. So first, let's talk about the uniform. Your uniform is like slip-resistant shoes. I personally always wore Nike or New Balance, just anything good like that you can run. So that, then you have black pants or shorts. Shorts have to be to the knees, I believe, for male and female, and they cannot be denim. I just went and got like some cheap like Dickies, or I had another brand name, I don't remember, but something like along those lines. Like, you can't wear like black basketball shorts or black jeans. Corporate does not approve of that. Next is your shirt. So as of now, these are what the shirts look like. They didn't want mine back. This one is a medium, and I swam in it. They got me a small. It was maybe half an inch smaller. So if you're small and petite like I am, expect to swim in the uniform. Company logo. And then you also get a hat or visor. I always go with the visor option because I hate hat hair, and this way I can wear my hair up, I can wear my hair lowered down, I can tuck it all up into the hat, whatever I want to do. So yeah, it's just a basic visor. You see I got a pin on here. This is for making cinnamon twists. I'll get into that later too. So that's basically your uniform. If you have offensive tattoos, which I don't know why you would be getting offensive tattoos where people can see, but if you have offensive tattoos, then you have to wear a black long sleeve shirt. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be running around in a black long sleeve shirt during the summer and that polo on top of me. It's too much. It's way too hot for all that nonsense. So you get your uniform when you get hired. Now, typically, when you start working for a company, you go through some kind of training program, an orientation, you have to take a class. Some companies train you for days, if not weeks, before you're on your own. Not at my Domino's. I did not take a class. I was literally just thrown into my car my first day of never delivering pizzas before, and was told, okay, this is how you read the tag, have a good one. I had gone on 3 deliveries with our lead driver. Every shop should have a lead driver that you can go to. So yeah, I drove with him 3 times. He drove with me twice, and then he immediately went home. I was on my own after that. I don't know about you, but that's not how I like to do things. I like to be put through a training course or be given, step-by-step instructions. Like, I was never even given a tour of our store. They literally just threw me in my car and were like, go take this pizza. even though you have no idea what you're doing. Like I was nervous when I first did it by myself, because like the area that I was delivering in, like I was having to go into, you know, like apartments, trailer parks. I had to go into halfway houses. I had to go into basically like off-site prisons to serve people. I didn't always get to, you know, deliver a pizza to a $250,000 house. So I was very nervous when I first went on a delivery. But typically they'll put you through a training class that will show you like the things around the store, protocols, what to do when you have a new customer, what happens, you know, when someone doesn't, you know, answer their door, like that. You'd be surprised how often people don't come to their door, or how often people don't answer their cell phone when they know they have a pizza on the way. So I can't really go into depth what that class was about. I know that you get paid for the class. I know that it's like a 6-hour class that you're supposed to take, but I can't tell you anything about it because I never actually went. So moving right along. Basically your duties as a driver is to, you answer the phone, you answer the counter when someone comes in, you greet someone as soon as they walk through the door. Hi, welcome to Domino's, someone will be right with you. Or hi, welcome to Domino's, what can I get started for you today? You answer the phone, hi, thank you for calling Domino's, will this be for delivery or carry out today? You know, typically they want you to say your name when you answer the phone and stuff. I personally don't like giving out my name because why do you need to know who I am? You called me. So you are in charge of prepping the vegetables and meat in the morning if you are an opener. I personally was an opener. I am a morning person, so I typically got to work around 10 a.m. Your lead driver or your main opener should be there by 9:30 because they're the ones that takes the bank deposit to the bank in the morning. So you start prepping, you know, 10 o'clock in the morning. You're, you know, putting the pineapples from the bag into the bin that goes on the main line. You're taking the sausage out of the freezer and putting it in the bin and putting it on the main line. You are mixing sauces. You are putting sauces into bottles, you know, things like that. So typically if you're just hired as a rush driver, you shouldn't have to worry about any of the prep. That's going to be your opener's duties. Can't tell you really what the closing duties are because I never closed because I'm not delivering pizzas till 1 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, I'm a morning person, not a night owl. Can't do it no more. I'm pretty sure it's just, you know, your typical mop the floor, do dishes, put things away, you know, that sort of thing. And then you are also in charge of stocking things. That includes folding pizza boxes, putting marinara sauces out on the line, things like that, putting the truck away, getting things from the truck, you know, to the dry stock cooler or the refrigerator, you know, things like that. When it's really busy, you will be on the ovens as well, as your managers and in-shop crew are making pizzas on the line and putting them into the oven. You will be on the outside of the, like, of course you're on the outside of the oven. You are on the outer point of the oven and you are pulling pizzas, bread, lava cakes, wings, things like that out of the oven, putting them in their correct boxes and then putting them out for delivery or carry out. Simple things like that. You also, so whenever you take an order, either over the counter, over the phone, or if somebody places an order online or through the app, the labels for the boxes will automatically print themselves right out of the printer. It is your job to take that ribbon of labels, know how to read the label, which they didn't teach me very well how to read the labels. Kind of had to figure that one out on my own, so I'm sure they go over that in the class though. Like in the class, they might even give you handouts that you can go home and study. I personally don't know. I really wish that I would have gotten something I could have studied menu-wise. But, you know, you live and you learn. So, yeah, you learn how to read the labels. You put the labels on the correct boxes, yada, yada, yada. You typically, if you are a driver, you will be driving your own vehicle. You get paid for mileage. I think it's like 24 or 25 cents per mile. So, On the days where you're driving between 80 and 120 miles per day on your shift, that adds up. So that's really nice. Each store, I believe, at least in, so I worked at a franchise. Obviously, corporate, always comes and checks on their stores, but I was a franchise. So my franchise, each store had a Domino's wrapped company car. Most of them are typically electric. Some of them are gas, because the electric ones do get, kind of expensive. So a lot of them have been switching back to the gas cars. But you have the option of driving the company car. You do not get paid for mileage, because it's not your car that's getting wear and tear, but you still have tips and hourly wages, so that's always nice. As a driver, each day when you clock in, you will be given a $20 what they call bank, and it typically is 2 $5 bills, 4 singles, and then some change. You carry $20 on you because some people will need change when they are paying cash, but you only keep $20 on you just in case you do get robbed, because let's face it, it happens. So you do get that. The only thing about driving your company car is driving your car for the company is that if you get hit while you are on the clock, Domino's ain't paying for it. You got into an accident, it's your problem. As far as I know, they won't help you at all. They might let you drive the company car until you get your car fixed, though. So next, I want to talk about the scheduling, because the scheduling was my least favorite part of working for Domino's. I have never worked for a company that gives you no idea when you're going to be clocking out. I guess this is really common among servers in restaurants and stuff, because, if you're about to get out and, a rush happens, then you're stuck. So you can come in at 9:30, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 4:30, 5, 5:30, 6, or 6:30 to close. Those are all crazy, and typically it's just one person coming in at those times, I guess. At least how it was in my store. So if I clocked in at 10 o'clock in the morning, I could be leaving by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or I might not be clocking out till 8 o'clock at night. Literally, that has happened before. I have been cut as early as 3 o'clock and went home with $10, and I've been cut as late as 9 o'clock and obviously went home with a significant, amount more money, but I was dead. Because part of the Domino's policy for drivers is that you literally are supposed to run from your car to the door, from the door back to the car, from the car into the Domino's store, and so on and so forth. You are literally supposed to run. So, with that, I don't know. So far, if that doesn't sound like something you want to be doing for work, if you don't think that you want to be, running for, 5 hours a day, then, I didn't run. I put a pep in my step, but I did not run. I wasn't being chased. Why would I run? But, on to the most important part, the paychecks. So you get paid bi-weekly. So if you're one of those people that just cannot make a paycheck stretch 2 weeks, I don't blame you. It's helpful that you get tips every day, but like I said, sometimes you can work a 5-hour day and only go home with $10. People stiff their drivers. When it says that there is a $4 delivery charge, a delivery fee, that money does not go to the driver. That money goes to the store. That is not an automatic $4 tip. That's not an automatic $2 tip or an automatic $1 tip, an automatic 5 miles onto your, odometer. That money goes to the store. Now, granted, that money does, in one way or another contribute to your paycheck, your mileage, things like that. But that $4 fee does not go directly to you. So just because you or, hey, the delivery driver that just came to your door, just because you take 10 deliveries doesn't mean you get an automatic $40, sweetheart. And I tell that to customers whenever they ask, oh, does any of that delivery fee go to you? No, I wish it did. I'm living off of nothing over here. Sometimes they'll give you something, sometimes they won't. But there have been plenty of times where I did not get a tip. I've had a $80 order, 40 wings. I had to carry a bunch of pies up a flight of stairs. Goose egg. So it happens. So when it comes to your paycheck, you will get it every other week. It comes on Friday. And the bank that the paychecks are written from does not exist in the state of Colorado. So I either had to deposit it into my bank account and wait for the check to fully clear, which was days later, because we were getting paid on a Friday. I couldn't go, I typically worked all day. Sometimes I couldn't even make it to the bank on my shift. So I would have to wait till Saturday morning. And then that means that the funds aren't in my bank account till Tuesday. Like, I don't have time for that. I can't be doing that. I need my money. So the biggest suggestion was to go to a check cashing place. Well, when you go to a check cashing place, it fluctuates depending on how much the check is. So sometimes it was okay, it was just a couple bucks, fine, whatever, cash it. Other times I was like, oh, you want what? How much of my check? No, thank you. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, you do get your tips daily, whether it was cash or credit. I always walked out with all of my money, and then you can claim however much you want for your taxes. Because even my credit card tips were given to me cash at the end of the day. That was really nice. I don't know if they were supposed to be doing that, but that's what they did. Now the thing with being a driver is sometimes you're in shop, which is when you're in the Domino's store, helping, prep or clean or, anything like that. But when you're out driving on the road, you get a totally different wage. You're kind of clocked out. You're on the road. You went from making your minimum wage, whatever your minimum wage is in your state, to when you're in the shop. So you're making minimum wage when you're in shop helping and everything. And then when you clock out and you're on the road, you're making, I believe it was $7.20, because you're also like getting tips, hopefully. So that's one thing that I did not like, because there were people in my store that would clock you out on the road when you were standing right in front of them. And it's like, why did you just tell the computer system and our customer that I'm out delivering their pizza when I still have about 5 minutes left of getting things together before my orders? And you're messing with my pay. So I think I covered the main things that I wanted to, other than getting, because, then it gets into like deeper personal in-store kind of things. That's like the broad spectrum I have of working for Domino's. I only worked for the company for 3 months. That's about as much of it as I could handle. Like I said, I enjoyed most of the people that I got to work with while I was there, but there was other people and incidences that just stopped me from continuing my, career there. I didn't want to, never mind. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you would like to do more of these. I've worked at a good handful of places, so Catch me on Instagram. You can update with me there daily. Go ahead and like this video if it was any kind of help, or if you'd want to see more videos like this. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you get that ding whenever I upload. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great one. Mwah! Bye.